I think this guy literally just gets swept by Calyrex in 2 turns. See if he's Terra Dark. It's Terra Ghost. So you for sure, if you didn't get one-shotted before, you for sure get fucking sent into the Shadow Realm now. Holy shit. It's like he's asking to fucking lose. Why would you go Terra Ghost? What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet Violet Regulation I, VGC. Solgaleo is another restricted that has not seen very much play, especially in Regulation G. They could have like a new lease on life with the double restricted format being Regulation I, so you actually can get a partner and something on the team that can maybe try to support it and make it at least somewhat viable and kind of make it fill a role onto a team. So it's actually a Solgaleo Calyrex Shadow team I'm featuring for you guys today. Have not seen Solgaleo at all. I went against it a few times on the ladder, in-game and on Showdown. And then at least when you guys are seeing this, I should have my own like Duskmane Necrozma team, which is kind of similar to no Solgaleo that is currently up on the channel right now too. So apart from those, like my own team and then running into it a few times on the ladder, I've not really seen it being used that much at all. So we're going to see how it does. Actually, a weakness policy, Solgaleo. This team actually does not have any screens though, so we're going to see if weakness policy actually can pop and actually put in the work with this Solgaleo here. Because it's a lot faster, because Solgaleo actually has a higher speed than a lot of other stuff. So kind of break this team down. We're going to hop in some games. I see this team by Urban Ranger if you guys want to use this team. Pace for this team down below. Rental in the corner if you guys do want to use this team. We're going to kind of run through it and we're going to hop in some games. Got a lot more Regulation I stuff on the way as well. We're getting towards the end of April and the official launch of Regulation I onto the ranked ladder for in-game and it officially being starting. So as for this team, you got the Solgaleo on this team with the weakness policy. This team doesn't have any screens, so we're going to see how it actually does. Like, you also don't even have Prisma armor. Like, the thing with Duskmane Necrozma is it has Prisma armor, which reduces super effective damage. Being that the Solgaleo has no screens on this team, and it also doesn't have Prisma armor, we're going to see if it can even live a lot of hits. I guess from non-restricted stuff, it can maybe live a hit from, but we're going to see if we can actually make use of the weakness policy without dying and just getting one-shotted by a lot of super effective stuff. So it's kind of why I think weakness policy is a lot better on Duskmane Necrozma. We're going to see how it does in Solgaleo, though. Solgaleo, it also has a higher base speed. Solgaleo has a base 97 speed, so it outspeeds a lot of the other restricteds and a decent amount of some of the other stuff. I think it also speed ties with their Shifu, so there's a few things it does speed tie and outspeed with that speed tier over a lot of the other restricteds. So we'll see how that does. Got Life Orb, Calyrex. You also have Bulldoze to self-proc your own weakness policy. And with the full metal body, you do not get your stats lowered. So you can actually full on just proc your own weakness policy. That is if you're like the second fastest thing on the field, because if there's something faster than you and they have a chance to one-shot you, they either one-shot the Calyrex or they probably one-shot you back. So we're going to see how that actually works. Really cool tech though. I haven't seen Bulldoze Calyrex. You got the Psychic Seed and Deity on this team, just mainly to kind of counteract Trick Room and provide support to this team. You got the Ogre Pond Fire. Mind Shower on this team with the Focus Sash, just mainly there for Taunt, and then Wide Guard. It's a pure support for this team. And then you got the Amoonguss as well, which is just there for Rage Powder and Pollen Puff Spore stuff like usual. So we're going to see how it does. I actually have not seen as much Amoonguss just because Miraidon is just so common. So if we keep running into Miraidon with Electric Terrain, preventing stuff going sleep, like I think that's kind of why Amoonguss really isn't seeing as much play as it usually does, because Miraidon is like on almost every single team. So we'll see how that does. Apart from that, let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here at the game. I actually just got done with the match, and on like the first turn of the game, my opponent randomly gave up on me and surrendered the match. So technically, this is going to be the first game you guys probably see. I don't think I'm going to include that other one. They had a really cool team, though. Like, I was going against like a fire team with Ninetales and Typhlosion and a bunch of other really cool stuff. They just surrendered for no reason on me, though. One is the Kyogre, Tornadus, Calyrex, Shifu, Ogre Pond, Stone, and Rillaboom. So I really want wide guard here. Wide guard looks amazing. I lead Mine Shao. I think that's a perfect lead here. Mine Shao lead. I like Calyrex too. Calyrex just looks so damn good. I think he leads Tornadus though. I think that's the thing. I'm just gonna lead Calyrex. What else do I want to bring here? I think Solgaleo's okay here. I'll bring the Solgaleo. It's okay. Amoonguss. Eh. I think I'll just bring the Indeedee here. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Got a bunch more Regulation I content on the way. We got a new season of Apex Legends at the end of the month, and we also have currently the new season 16 of Overwatch 2. At least when you guys are seeing this, probably just went live like a day or two ago. Bunch of content for all three of those. At least lead with Tornadus. I figured he'd just lead Tornadus because he needs Tailwind to actually try to compete with my team. I mean, what I can do here is I can actually just fake out the Tornadus. Hopefully he's not Cover Cloak. I could Expanding Force too, but I think it is Astral Barrage. It's 2 KO on both these mons. I just gotta hope he's not Cover Cloak. I think on this next turn, like what I actually do is I think I might just switch the Calyrex out into like the Indeedee. It's gonna go Terra Water here. We'll see if he's Choice Scarf. He could be Scarf or Shifu too. Okay, perfect. Perfect, he doesn't get his Tailwind up, so that's great. I just get that double KO because of the crit. He probably would have lived that, actually. Wow, Calyrex is fucking broken. Double down turn 1. I didn't think that was going to one-shot Urshifu. I'm going to be real with you guys. I thought the Urshifu would live. That's crazy. Calyrex is so broken. Every time I use Calyrex, I'm surprised at like the shit it's able to kill because it's just so busted. I'm not used to having that much damage on my team. Brain dead damage at that. And now he has both of the spread move mons, so I just click wide guard. I think I just literally just click wide guard here. Like it's gonna be a speed tie whether he actually outspeeds me here. I'm assuming he's Sash. He just surrenders. He just gives up. He's like, oh yeah, there's no way to win. Got outplayed turn 1, and he just gives up. Okay. This might be one of the shortest matches I think I've had for Regulation I so far. I don't know if I'll throw this one into the video for you guys, but if I do, I'll just include it as like a bonus for you guys. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we are the game. We're going against a rival Solgaleo team, interesting enough. Solgaleo, Ho-Oh, Landorus, Ogerpon, Water, or Shifu. I don't know if that's Water or Dark. I'm assuming it might be Dark, because otherwise this team's really weak to Calyrex. And then, Rillaboom, so... You know, his team's actually really weak to Calyrex. His team is so weak to Calyrex. I think what I do here is I just lead Calyrex and Indeedee. Like, he just wrecks his entire team. It really does. Like, the worst case scenario is if he leads Rillaboom, but I think I'm actually slower, so my terrain will be the one on the field. Or if he switches into the Rillaboom, but like, even then, it's not that big of a deal, depending on what he leads with. What else do I want here? I like Ogerpon, but... I don't know, Mine Shell is just mainly for wide guard. He has like one thing that maybe uses spread moves. I think I just bring Solgaleo, just YOLO. And I'll bring our Ogerpon here. Landorus hole. I mean, I'm not really too afraid of this. I don't know, I'm assuming Sacred Fire maybe one-shots me, though. I don't know, I think what I do here is I just click Follow Me. He's going to go for Sand Seer Storm, but I don't think that one-shot Skyrex. So I think I just Expanding Force here. If he goes into Rillaboom, that's going to suck, actually, because I actually should maybe try to just go for Astral Barrage instead. I mean, they're both the same power anyways, technically, so I think that's what I go for here, just in case he switches into the Rillaboom, and then I'm just going to Follow Me here. I guess I could Helping Hand, but I don't know if that guarantees the one-shot on Ho-Oh, because Ho-Oh has actually really good special defense, so... If I don't one-shot him, I just die to Sacred Fire. Yeah, Crunch! Crunch Landorus Eye, that's a new one. I've never seen that, just for Calyrex. He's really fast, too. He's a Choice Scarf Landorus Eye with Crunch. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I think the good news is, though, that I don't think Crunch kills the Indeedee from this range, so, like... I just Astral Barrage here again. And then I just go for Follow Me. I don't think he kills Indeedee here. Like, whatever comes in gets chunked, so... He might actually just go under Rillaboom here. If he has Rillaboom, he switches it out right here. Stay in. There's that Choice Scarf Crunch. I live on 5. So the Indeedee is just pretty much playing a Bullet Sponge. It's kind of what it's there to do anyways. As long as I get the +1 boost here, I'm in a really solid spot. Kind of wish I brought a Moongus, because a Moongus with Rage Powder would have been great here, just to sack off and let the Calyrex just sweep. Because, like, now I'm at +1. Like, I don't think there's anything on his team that lives. I guess technically I have Follow Me Ogerpon. I have Follow Me Ogerpon, I forgot. I don't know, with a Tailwind, does he actually kill me? I don't know if he does. It is Urshifu Dark, so like he can't Sucker Punch me here, so like, I think what I do is just go for Astral Barrage again. Actually, I gotta go for Expanding Force. Actually, I can't do that because it's Infect. I gotta go for Astral Barrage, and I gotta go for Follow Me here. I think I need like a +2 boost to be able to kill Urshifu. Okay, he protects. But that's just really stalling out the Tailwind, though. We could blow. Is that a 2-hit kill? It is. Never mind, I doubted Calyrex. It's literally almost a one-shot at +1. I'm underestimating the Calyrex. My main complaint with this team, too, is like, Protect is somehow almost maxed out with power points, but why isn't Astral Barrage? A lot of the low power point moves on this team are not PP maxed. That's my main complaint with this team, because I'm about to get PP stalled. If he PP stalls me out of Astral Barrage, that's going to be bad. I don't know, do I have Protect here? I think I just Protect. How many turns of Tailwind? He has 1 turn of Tailwind left. Yeah, I just Protect. I just Protect and I Follow Me here. He's going to withdraw. That's to get his Regenerator. He didn't even bring the Rillaboom, so that's, and he just Protects. That's fine. That's completely fine by me because he just loses Tailwind now. So like, I guess he's trying to wait for the Psychic Terrain to go away. Maybe that's what it is. Like, there's 1 more turn of Psychic Terrain left. Like, I just click Astral Barrage here. You can't outspeed me. And, like, I don't know what Terra he is on the Solgaleo, but at +1, like, he's going to be taking so much damage. Like, if that was resisted on the Urshifu and it almost one-shotted him, like, I'm sure it's going to one-shot the Solgaleo. So, like, I don't really know what it even does here. It's going to Ivy Cudgel. I like how the Solgaleo's floating, that's cool. Solgaleo is floating, it's levitating on the field. Yes, I didn't know Solgaleo got wide guard. I didn't know it got wide guard. Okay, well, Sucker Punch doesn't work. This guy's stupid, so he kind of wastes his turn. So at the very least, I should be able to do a fuck ton of damage to the Solgaleo. Wow, I didn't know this thing got wide guard. I thought only Lunala got wide guard. That doesn't even kill him. And he's a weakness policy. He's a weak. He's the same set I am. He's the same set I am. Uh-oh, that's bad. Alright, well now he's able to Sucker Punch me. So like what I'm forced to do here is I'm forced to protect, predicting a Sucker Punch. And then, I don't know, I have 2 plays I can make here. Like I can attack, it just depends what he really goes for too, because if he Sucker Punches the Ogre Pawn, like I think I still... I'm not sure though, that's really risky for him because otherwise he gets killed here. He's forced to go for wide guard again, I think. What do I have in the back? I have Solgaleo in the back, so I think just actually getting rid of the Urshifu here is what I want to do. He just surrenders. He has a really good chance to win, but he just surrenders on me for whatever reason. Okay. He gets the weakness policy boost, and then he just surrenders. Why would you surrender there when you have such a good chance to win? What I would have did there if I were him, and I would have Sucker Punched the Calyrex. I don't know if it depends how much speed he's running on the Solgaleo. I don't think he'd outspeed anything on my team, though. That's the problem. He'd be forced to wide guard. I think at that point in the game, I guess I kind of did win anyways, because I think Calyrex would have just swept him. He would be forced to go for wide guard there. And like I had expanding forced, so I think at that point in the game I might have just won anyways. I don't know. It came down to what he really did there, because there was still a chance the Calyrex would have died. And then I attacked their Shifu there, so with a weakness policy boost, he could, if he never went for wide guard, he could have still killed the Ogre Pawn. Then it would have been a Ho-Oh versus Solgaleo. So there was still a slight chance he could have maybe won there, but I guess I have Terra Fire, so I'm not sure. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we hear the game. My opponent has the Iron Valiant, Iron Bundle, Chi-Yu, Tyranitar, and then the Ride-On Iron Hand. So like a Regulation G team. Which he does have wide guard, so I gotta be really careful. I don't know, this is a match I kind of really want to bring the Amoonguss, because the Amoonguss just really solid into his team. Just mainly because I can go for Rage Powder and direct all the electric type moves. What else do I want to do here? I really don't have much for Chi-Yu on this team, unfortunately. Chi-Yu kind of actually wrecks my team, apart from if I can get around it with wide guard. Yeah, I guess I have close combat for it, but I think I just lead Mind Shao here. What else do I want to do? I bring Calyrex. I'm going to bring in DD to switch terrain. What else do I want to do here? I really like Amoonguss. I don't know, that's kind of going really full sending on the Calyrex to try to carry the game, though. I'm going to go Solgaleo instead. I think that's just not enough offense on my end. I got to really go full into the Calyrex to try to sweep him. If it doesn't work, then I just lose. I think what I actually do here is I just get rid of his terrain. Part of me actually just wants to go for Fake Out onto the Iron Valiant and just click like a Astral Barrage, which would be huge here, but I think Calyrex gets one-shotted by Miraidon, so that's really risky to do. I'm gonna fake out the Miraidon here. What else do I want to do? I mean, the Iron Valiant, I just need to get it out of here. I really do. And I'm gonna switch out into the Indeedee here. I guess it's also really risky. I don't know, I'm gonna fake out the Miraidon here. I'm gonna go for a single target expanding force. I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna be pissed if he doesn't go for wide guard. Okay, he goes for quick guard, but I outspeed him. Actually, I don't even know if that actually works because quick guard goes based off of like how fast you are, I think, and I think fake out's a higher priority bracket. So fake out goes before quick guard. Wow, that's huge. That's crazy. So I think what I do here is I'm just gonna close combat him. I'm gonna close combat and I'm gonna protect here. That way I don't have to deal with wide guard and quick guard. I didn't expect quick guard. I thought he was gonna go for wide guard. There's the wide guard. Parabolic charge. Man, that is ballsy. That is so ballsy to go for because I have wide guard on my own side. I have my own wide guard. Doesn't even bring me to Sash though, which is surprising. That thing out of here. Now I don't have to worry about wide guard spam anymore, so that's great. So I think what I do on this next turn is I switch the Mind Shot out into the Indeedee, switch the terrain and reduce his damage, and I go for expanding force. That's what I do, depending on what he goes into. If he has Chi-Yu, that's going to be a problem. He has this. I don't think that one-shots me with anything, though. He's speed booster, so with his +1 speed boost, he might outspeed me. I don't know, I actually can get rid of his speed boost. I can actually get rid of the speed boost with the terrain. Unless he's booster energy here, so I'm going to switch out Terra. I'm Terra Fairy, so that does nothing for me. I just go for expanding force. This is a crazy play. Will this work? Is he booster energy? Ah, he is. He is, that's bad. If he's booster energy with Encore, I'm gonna be so pissed. He can Encore me into Protect and force me to switch out. Okay, he has Basic Wind, whatever. If I would've went for Wide Guard, that would've been crazy. I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I live on 18 because he has no terrain. Can I one-shot him back? That'd be great. I one-shot the bundle. Perfect. I think I'm dead to Life Orb, though. I think I'm dead to Life Orb. I live on 1. I live on 1. Holy shit, it worked out. I thought I was dead. Yeah, if this is Choice Scarf Chi-Yu, though, I think he still outspeeds and kills me here, so... I don't know. I really just want to go for Follow Me here. Try to do damage, I guess, but I think if he outspeeds me, then... With, like, a spread move here, I think I still lose. Or get rid of the Calyrex dropped, so... Goes for Volt Switch, and he doesn't go for the spread move. Wow, that's huge. So I'm going to be able to kill the Miraidon here. This is a +1 Astral Barrage. How much is this going to do? With a Beads of Ruin boost. Does a shit ton of damage, even to the Chi-Yu being resisted. I don't know why he went for Volt Switch there. I would have went for Electro Shift. He went for it on the last turn, it would have did more damage. I don't know why he went for Volt Switch. I mean, I'm pretty much win here, unless he's Terra Ghost. If he's Terra Ghost, he can dodge a Fake Out here. But, like, I think what I do here is I just go Terra Fire onto the Solgaleo. I don't know if I tank a Dark Pulse. I don't want to risk it either, so I'm gonna fake out. If he goes Terra Ghost, it's fine. I'm gonna go Terra Fire here. I don't know, does a Flare Blitz take him out? Or do I go for Sunsteel Strike? I guess with the Terra boost, it's probably stronger. He surrenders. He's not Terra Ghost. Okay. I'll take the dub. I made a really crazy play there and it ended up working out. It barely did, but it worked. So I deserve that win. One of the main ways to reduce Miraidon's damage is getting rid of terrain. That's one of the main checks to it. It's really sad because it barely has any checks to actually how broken it is. If you don't have terrain on your team to be able to switch the electric terrain, you're kind of screwed. Well, but we at least have terrain, so I made a really good play there. I'll see you guys in one more game. Alright, we're here at the game. We are going against a Regulation H team with a Keldeo slapped onto it. I guess I should say technically like a Regulation F team because I don't think Iron Moth was legal in Regulation H, so technically Regulation F team with Keldeo on it. Keldeo, Iron Moth, Baxcalibur, Torterra, Galarian, Zapdos, and Toxapex, which Toxapex does get Wide Guard, so gotta be kind of careful for that. What I want to do here. I think what I do is I just leave Calyrex. Calyrex and DD just look so good. Even if he has Wide Guard, like I can kind of maybe get around that. I can bring the Solgaleo, looks really good into his team. What else do I want to bring here? I don't know how much spread moves he'd really have. Maybe EQ. I'm not sure. Maybe Sludge Wave, but I don't think he does. Unless he has Wide Guard on his team. I think I'll bring Ogerpon. I'll bring the Ogerpon here. Does Torterra get Wide Guard? I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. We'll see if this Zapdos is Choice Scarf. If he's Choice Scarf, I'll outspeed the Calyrex here. But I think what I do, I literally just click Expanding Force and then YOLO. I kind of want to just follow me here too in case he's choiced. But I'm gonna just go for Expanding Force. Expanding Force, YOLO. Actually, I don't think Expanding Force counts because the Zapdos technically ain't touching the ground, so I don't think it'll actually hit him. We'll find out though. Never mind. I forgot it doesn't show that it'll hit the second person like when you choose your move, but it actually does. Kind of weird how Expanding Force works that way. It's one thing they need to improve going into Generation 10. Letting it show that how many opponents it'll actually hit when you choose the move. Just like all the other spread moves when the terrain's active. I don't know why it doesn't do that. I think my opponent literally just gets swept by Calyrex. Like, what is this Keldeo? Unless you're Choice Scarfed Iron Moth or with the Speed Booster, I guess if he's Speed Booster, you can outspeed me. But like, that doesn't matter because I have Follow Me, so what I do here is I go for Expanding Force again. Unless he's Terra Dark, he's not living. And I Follow Me again. I think this guy literally just gets swept by Calyrex in 2 turns. See if he's Terra Dark. It's Terra Ghost, so you for sure, if you didn't get one-shotted before, you for sure get fucking sent into the Shadow Realm now. Holy shit. It's like he's asking to fucking lose. Why would you go Terra Ghost? Vacuum Wave doesn't work because of the terrain. This guy's a P-brain. This guy's a P-brain. I mean, I'm not really one that should be talking shit because I'm over here using the most broken Pokemon in the game, which is Calyrex Shadow. I guess you could argue one of the top 3 most broken ones. There's a few that are really brain hit too, like the other Calyrex and like Miraidon and a few other things, but come on, bro. Literally 1 and 2 turns. That is how he didn't even bring Toxapex. Does Toxapex not have Wide Guard? I don't know why you wouldn't bring Toxapex if it doesn't have Wide Guard. Whatever, I guess. I'll take the dub. It's kind of the shitty thing if you guys are trying to go on the ladder with a lot of your like lower VGC regulation teams, meaning like Regulation F and like H and a lot of these other like Regulation A and a bunch of these other lower power format ones onto the casual battle spot ladder. You're just going to be going against Regulation G and Regulation I teams. So a lot of those teams you're just going to get absolutely fucking stomped by unless you're a really good player and like you have specific checks to a lot of like the Regulation I and G teams. If that's what you want to do, just try to check those teams as a Regulation F team for whatever reason, then you can maybe win. But or if you're going against a loser that doesn't know how to play, which believe me, a lot of people that just play a lot of the Regulation I teams, they don't know how to build their own team, so they just use a rental code and expect the team to carry for them when they don't know how to play. In that case, you'd maybe win, but it's really difficult doing that. At least that's if you guys are trying to use like a lot of those type of teams, I would just want a 6v6 ladder. I think battle spot ladder is just too high of power. Gonna get wrecked a lot of time. Like you're just gonna be wasting your time and just getting destroyed by a lot of these teams. So let's talk a little bit more about this team. Alright, as for this team, if you guys want a really fun Solgaleo Calyrex team, I think overall is a pretty fun team. The main thing with this team though is like I didn't really get the weakness policy to really proc. That's my main thing with this team. I think if you want the weakness policy to proc, you gotta try to self-proc it yourself. And the main issue with that is the Calyrex is already a huge target for everybody. So if you're wasting a turn going for Bulldoze, trying to lower people's speed, and then trying to proc your own weakness policy, usually you're trading your Calyrex for that. So is it really worth trying to proc a weakness policy and go for Bulldoze, doing no damage, but just trying to get a speed drop, and then losing your Calyrex for a +2 Solgaleo? Most of the time it's not, because you still get outspit on the following turn anyways, unless you nuke whatever you're going against with the Solgaleo. So I think the main issue with like this type of combo and trying to self-proc the weakness policy with the Calyrex is the Calyrex is just such a big target that you just want to keep clicking damage as long as it's out on the field. You don't want to be wasting turns trying to set up the rest of your team when anything else that's a non-restricted mon that doesn't do near the amount of damage or isn't as important as Calyrex could do the same job. I think that's the main thing I would kind of change with the team. I wouldn't really change it with the team, but I just don't think it's the greatest mon to really be proccing the weakness policy. I had one of my testing games where somebody procced the weakness policy on the Solgaleo, and like it did so much damage where I barely lived anyways. I killed whatever was on the other side of the field, but then I just came in and I got sucker punched and I died. So like half the time, usually you're gonna be able to like reverse kill whatever procs your weakness policy, but they do so much damage to you that you usually just have something come in and revenge kill you on the next turn anyways. That's also another problem for this team. So especially if you don't have like any follow me users on your side left or any of that type of stuff. So like it can work. I'm not saying the weakness policy Solgaleo can't work. I think just overall a little bit too situational. And when you compare it to like my team, if you guys missed that, I'll leave a link to that at the end of the video, with like Dusk main Necrozma that has Prisma armor, which reduces the super effective damage by 3/4. And then you also have screens on top of that. You're just able to proc the weakness policy way better and get a lot more value out of it in that way. So, and you also even have Dragon Dance, which this Solgaleo has no other additional way to set up. Otherwise, you lose coverage. So, I don't know. Kumon, I just don't think Solgaleo is the greatest. Full Metal body is great, so you don't get your speed lowered and like your stats lowered by Intimidate and a few other things. But overall, not really much reason to use it. If I'm being real, I think if you want to really use something similar to Solgaleo, I think Duskmane Necrozma is just way better. Way better stats. I don't know about the move pool, but it depends what you really need overall. I've seen way more success out of Duskmane Necrozma over Solgaleo, even like Lunala. I think Lunala is just way better, fortunately. Cool mon though. I really like Solgaleo, really cool mon design-wise. So, if you guys want to use this team, paste down below, rent up in the corner. The other thing I would change with this team as well is a lot of the low power point moves. Close Combat, Ivy Cudgel, Astral Barrage, Sunsteel Strike. There's a bunch of low power point moves on this team that need to be power point maxed. max all the power points out on every low power point move on this team up to 8. Even the ones that are 10, I usually, at least me personally, I max out to like either 12 or 14 at the very least. That way you cannot get PP stalled as easily. There was a few testing games where I almost got PP stalled out of Astral Barrage, and I was going to be really pissed if I would have lost because I couldn't click a move because there's no power points and investment. So it's a really simple change, but that would be the other main change I would make to this team. Max out the power points for all the moves that are low power points. So like anything that's like below 15 power points, I'd put at least a few into, or like max out everything that's 5. So apart from that, I'm gonna get out of here. I also stream over here, usually Friday and Saturday nights. If you guys don't want to miss that, Saturday night I stream Wi-Fi battles. So if you guys not want to miss that, subscribe. Peace out, everybody.